Gaza 09, Gaza, 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 Gaza. She is embedded on the frontal lobes of my brain. Her children scream out for nothing but to stop the suffering and pain. More than 1,500 Palestinians were killed in the matter of 22 days in Israel's name. The majority was our children, your children, my sisters, my brothers. Remember, Rauda, when you are walking little Stephanie to school on Monday morning, remember that Rauda was the eldest of 7 children in her home. And on the day that Israeli shellings were bombing her from sea, air, and land, Rauda became an orphan. No home, no mama to rest her head on bosom when she cannot sleep. No baba to run up to when he walks through the front door. No more 6-year-old Muhammad and 4-year-old Isa to play with. No more Aisha to talk till dawn to. No more Maysat to fight with. No more Rabab to teach her how to sew the traditional Palestinian dress. No more Saif to listen to music with. No more Adnan to teach her how to understand the games of both soccer and football with. Then there is 5 sisters who were killed from the airstrikes when they were fast asleep inside the mosque because Baba had promised them. He promised them they would be safe. Tahrir 17, Ikram 15, Samar 12, Dina 8, and Jawahir 4. How was little Isa and Jawahir a threat to you? How was Ikram and Rabab your enemies? And when did it become okay to bury your children before they were even given a book to read with? And what would happen if the occupation ended? Then what? What then? We still remember the martyrs, the men, the women, mothers, Ummi, Mama. While she saw the souls of the little ones she gave birth to lift from their chests, she became solid, cold as ice, white as snow. Her tears fell like waters from Hurricane Katrina, bashing in on homes, breaking the levees. Reality is this, that not only are human beings being targeted of acts of war crimes, and in return saying it is a self-defense mechanism. It is our home of acres of tomatoes and land and squash fields, completely dried out to fit in 1.5 million Palestinians. Are you listening? You had sheltered us to fit in 1.5 million Palestinians in an area that is no bigger than downtown San Francisco. And you dare ask why we became so radical and why we became so unfit for your uncouth mechanism. This is why us, them, you refuse to be your human shield. We refuse to be broken down immigrants in our own country, refuse to be enemies, refuse to be sorrowed, refuse to celebrate life with death. This is not a celebration. This is a funeral, every day coinciding with the night. Give me back the infants. Replenish them with your prayers. Let Huda be able to hold her 4-month-old baby Murad back in her arms again. Let this leak and stain your thoughts when you think about your children. Think about everyone else's. Think about families being brutally raped. And not just through seeping wounds in between thighs, but piercing images left on your cerebral cortex. Try not to laugh, for little Yusuf is crying. Try not to smile, for baby Noura is dying. Try not to smirk, because Tadler Yasser is attached to an oxygen tank for the rest of his life. Because on January 1st, 2009, white phosphorus dropped down on his house while it was my birthday, and I was celebrating while paper machete was falling on my face, and his left face is completely disoriented while my face was glowing. And his lung collapsed while I was breathing. Try not to celebrate because Janine, who is 8, is burying her mother and father. Try not to connect while Fayrouz was sent into a mental hospital after witnessing her 3 grown brothers' bodies blow up into bits and pieces. She wrote down in her journal that their bodies smelt like feces. Abuela's clothes haven't been changed for over a month, and she can't put them in water because she has no water. And she is under a constant curfew. Try not to speak up, for Muhammad al-Durra was shouting at the top of his vocal cords, while bullets were sharpening the very pain he felt on the inside, reflecting upon flesh, blood vessels, muscles, bone. This was broadcasted. Sabra and Shatila was the first massacre to ever be aired on TV. The first and second Intifada, Kan'a, Al-Aqsa, Jenin, Bet Hanoun, Gaza was recorded live, TiVoed and DVR'd, mainstreaming from hemisphere to hemisphere. We rewinded the bombs dropping on freshly buried bodies. We paused to see the mothers crying over their dead sons and daughters. We fast-forwarded the yelling and screaming, and no one did anything except roam the streets at night, waiting for vengeance. So try not to cry, for we are revolting. Thank you.